We've all been there, that soul-crushing moment you find your seat, 42B, and realize you're in for 14 hours of cramped knees, questionable food, and a silent, bitter war for the armrest. Long-haul economy flights have become a modern endurance test and a sleepless nightmare. However, the truth is that sometimes this horror is self-inflicted. Many people actually make a few comfort-killing mistakes that turn a long flight into a guaranteed miserable experience. Today, I'm not just going to point out those mistakes. I'm giving you the pro-level hacks you need to conquer any journey in coach. By the end of this, you'll have a blueprint to transform your next flight. You'll skip the mistakes everyone else is making and land feeling rested, refreshed, and actually ready to start your trip. Let's get into it. Number 1, the barefoot blunder. Let's start from the floor up. The number one thing that gives flight attendants and pretty much anybody on the plane a full-body cringe is seeing passengers walking around without shoes on. You might glance down and think the carpet looks fine, but the reality is pretty gruesome. Those airplane carpets get maybe a quick vacuum between flights, if that. No deep clean, no steam treatment. Just a fast once-over before the next group boards. Now, what's actually living in that carpet? Well, just your usual horror show. Spilled drinks, squashed snacks, baby drool, mysterious goo, and bodily fluids. Think vomit, blood, and that weird sticky patch in the bathroom? It's almost never water. Don't ask. Just don't. You're basically walking through a microscopic minefield. Any tiny cut or blister on your foot becomes an open invitation for some nasty fungal infection. And no, your socks are not a biohazard suit. They just soak up everything on that floor, and then you stuff them back into your shoes, taking a whole ecosystem of germs home with you. The fix is simple. Keep your shoes on when you're moving around the cabin, especially when you head to the lavatory. If you need to get comfy on a long haul, pack a pair of hotel slippers or dedicated, thick airplane socks you can swap out before putting your shoes back on. Your feet will thank you. Number 2, the wandering feet invasion. And while we're talking about feet, let's discuss where they belong. We all know legroom is basically gold in economy class, but that's not a free pass to let your feet explore the cabin. A top complaint from crew is passengers propping their feet, bare or otherwise, on seats, tray tables, armrests, or poking them through the gap between the seats. It's way more common than you'd think, and it's a universal symbol of disrespect. The problem is a total lack of awareness for shared space. That armrest doesn't want to get friendly with your foot. The wall of the plane isn't your personal ottoman. And the person in front of you definitely didn't agree to have your toes make a cameo appearance next to their head. In a space where every inch is precious, this is a major foul that just creates bad vibes. The solution couldn't be simpler. Keep your feet on the floor in your own zone. If you need to stretch, do some ankle rolls in your seat, or take a walk down the aisle when the seatbelt sign is off. Your feet aren't VIPs on their own vacation. They need to stay grounded. Number 3, the lavatory nightmare. Okay, can we talk about airplane bathrooms for a second? Like, those things are tiny engineering miracles, crammed with plumbing, wiring, and enough tech to function at 35,000 feet. But for some reason, the moment people step inside one, all common decency just flies straight out the emergency exit. Flight attendants are out here witnessing horror movie scenes in those lavs. We're talking unflushed toilets, water splashed like a toddler went wild, tissues on the floor, and yeah, people walking out without washing their hands. And the crew can tell, by the way. It's not rocket science when they hear the flush, but not the sink. Nasty. Now, this is a big problem for 2 reasons. First, hygiene. These bathrooms aren't deep cleaned during the flight. They're spot checked at best. So when you leave your mess behind, It's not just gross, it's a straight-up health risk for the next poor soul who walks in there barefoot. Because yes, some people fly barefoot, don't even get me started. Second, it's just disrespectful. Flight attendants already have to deal with turbulence, grumpy passengers, and folks trying to sneak extra carry-ons. They shouldn't also have to clean up your bathroom chaos. So, what's the solution? It's not that hard. Treat the airplane bathroom like it belongs to your best friend. Flush. Wash your hands with soap, not just a splash-and-go situation. If you splatter water everywhere like you're doing a science experiment, wipe it down. Toss the paper towels in the trash, not on the floor. And please close the door behind you. The rest of the cabin doesn't need to smell what you left behind, like it's part of the in-flight experience. And honestly, being a decent human takes less than 60 seconds. Let's normalize not being gross at 35,000 feet. Number 4, the tray table taboo. Here's a fun fact that might ruin airplane meals for you forever. One of the absolute filthiest surfaces on a plane is your tray table. Studies and flight attendants agree that because they're often overlooked during quick cleans, they can harbor more bacteria than parts of the toilet. Crew members have seen it all on these things, from dirty tissues to, yes, people using them as a diaper-changing station. The issue is that this is the very surface where you eat, put your book, or even rest your head. Whatever germs were left by the last passenger are now transferring directly to your hands, your food, and your face. The solution? A little DIY sanitation. Always pack sanitizing wipes in your carry-on. Before you do anything else, give your tray table, armrests, seatbelt buckle, and even the seat back pocket a thorough wipe down. It's a 30-second job that could save you from a post-flight illness. Don't trust that it's clean just because it looks clean. All right, honesty check. We've covered some serious travel sins here. Have you ever done any of these? Be real, we've probably all slipped up at some point. Drop a comment below and let us know. No judgment here, we're all just trying to get better at this whole flying thing. Also, if you're enjoying this video, click the like and subscribe button. Also, turn on post notification so you can be notified when we post new and exciting contents like this one. Number 5, the headphone offense. Headphones are a traveler's best friend. Your personal escape pod, your invisible do not disturb sign, the magic shield that blocks out crying babies, snoring seatmates, and the guy who decided now is the time to explain crypto to his buddy. But headphones can also turn you into the annoying passenger if you're not using them right. Offense number 1, the most obvious one, no headphones at all. Blasting your movie, game, or Spotify playlist straight from your phone like you're hosting a party in row 22B. No one, and I mean no one, signed up for your personal concert or the sound effects from whatever war game you're playing at full volume. You might think it's chill, but the entire cabin is silently, or not so silently, judging you. Offense number 2? A little sneakier, but just as frustrating. Being so zoned out with your noise-canceling headphones that you become completely oblivious to the world around you. Like, the flight attendant is literally waving their hand 2 inches from your face while balancing a cart heavier than your checked luggage, and you're still deep in your 4th episode of that crime doc. Meanwhile, the line behind you is growing, and everyone just wants their pretzels and a ginger ale. Here's the fix, and it's honestly not hard. First, always use headphones, always, even if you're watching something quiet. Second, practice a little situational awareness. Glance up every now and then. When you see the snack cart coming, maybe pause the movie or pop out one earbud. That tiny act of awareness keeps things running smoothly for the crew and your fellow passengers. Because let's be real, flying is already cramped, slow, and kinda exhausting. The least we can all do is not make it worse by acting like we're the only ones on board. Number 6, the aromatic assault. Remember that whole sealed tube with recirculated air thing? That means any strong smells you bring on board become everyone's problem for the rest of the flight. This goes for both personal scents and your choice of meal. Sure, you want to be clean, but please don't douse yourself in strong perfume or cologne before boarding. Even worse is bringing super pungent food with you. That tuna sandwich or egg salad might be your favorite, but for the people trapped around you, it can be an absolute assault on the senses. Flight attendants say this is one of the biggest culprits for creating an unpleasant cabin environment. The issue is a simple lack of consideration. A smell you find pleasant could be nauseating or even trigger allergies for someone else. The answer is to just be mindful. Opt for neutral-smelling snacks. If you must bring a meal, make sure it's in a well-sealed container. Be a good airborne neighbor and keep your scents to yourself. Number 7. Ignoring the safety demonstration. Yes, if you fly a lot, you've seen the safety demo 100 times. You know how a seatbelt works, and you know where the oxygen masks are. But tuning out is a huge mistake, and it's something the crew notices right away. It comes across as disrespectful to the very people whose main job isn't serving you drinks. It's getting you out of a wreck safely. Here's the thing, not every plane is the same. The location of the emergency exits and how the life vests work can actually change between aircraft models. In the very, very slim chance of a real emergency, that 2 minutes of information could mean the difference between knowing exactly what to do and being completely lost in panic. So just do it. Put down your phone, take off your headphones, and give the crew your attention. They aren't doing it for fun, they're doing it for you. It's a tiny sign of respect that could literally save your life one day. Number 8. The galley invasion. A lot of passengers see the galley, the kitchen area, as a great spot to stretch their legs or have a chat. This is a big no-no. The galley is not a passenger lounge, it's the crew's office. It's a busy, cramped, and often chaotic workspace filled with hot coffee pots, heavy carts, and crew members trying to do their jobs. The problem is, when you're just hanging out in the galley, you are in the way and creating a safety hazard. You're disrupting their workflow, and a flight attendant shouldn't have to dodge you while carrying a tray of hot drinks. Respect their office. If you need a stretch, a walk up and down the main aisle is totally fine when the seatbelt sign is off. Just stay out of the galley. Let the pros work so they can give everyone the best and safest service possible. And that's it. 8 things you should never do on a long flight. If you found these tips helpful, please hit that like button and share this video with your go-to travel buddy. And for more insider tips to help you fly smarter, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching.